am Dr. Neeraj Lodha from Pali, Rajasthan. The topic of my talk is osteoporosis and vitamin D deficiency. As we know, osteoporosis is a silent disease and it's a quite common in the postmenopausal women. In one survey in 2015, population above 50 years of age was studied. In them, around 46% of the female had osteoporosis. So, the osteoporosis is quite prevalent in India. It is a more or less asymptomatic disease and patient know only after they have some fragility fracture because of the osteoporosis. Vitamin D is also associated with osteoporosis in a strongly way. Vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin and there are two types of vitamin, ergocalciferol or cholecalciferol. Ergocalciferol is from plant source and cholecalciferol from animal source. The main function of vitamin D is to increase the absorption of calcium and phosphorus from the gut, and it also increases the reabsorption of calcium from the kidneys. Deficiency of vitamin D is quite prevalent both in India and in the developed countries. The recommended dose of the vitamin D by the NOS is 800 to 1000 international unit per day, and the recommended dose of calcium is 1200 milligram per day. Most of the Indians are deficient in vitamin D. In one study in Mumbai, there are the 70 to 90% of the urban population are deficient in vitamin D. In another study, 84% of the pregnant women are also vitamin D deficient. Vitamin D deficiency can lead to rickets and osteomalacia, but that occurs when the vitamin D deficiency is of severe degree. Say the concentration of vitamin D is less than 15 nanomole per liter. Less vitamin D deficiency or insufficient vitamin D don't lead to mineralization defect, but it leads to secondary parathyroid hormone stimulation. This secondary hyperparathyroidism leads to the bone resorption and this leads to the osteoporosis. So, the subtle vitamin D deficiency is an important cause for the osteoporosis in the female patients. To prevent the osteoporosis in the female, we have to optimize the bone health. How to optimize the bone health? Since we can gain the maximum bone mass by the age of 30 years, so the supplementation of calcium and vitamin D is essential in the initial period of life or up to 30 years when the maximum bone mass can be attained. To maintain this bone mass, we have to prevent the secondary causes of the bone loss like smoking and alcohol intake. For to prevent the secondary loss, we also have to do the regular physical exercises. And in the period of the maximum bone loss, like in menopausal transition, when during the initial 5 to 6 years, more than 50 to 60% bone loss is occur, we have to prevent that bone loss. So, the vitamin D and calcium is the integral part of the osteoporosis treatment. We have to follow the pyramidal approach for the osteoporosis treatment. In the base of the pyramid, we have to supplement the vitamin D and calcium, followed by the fall prevention and physical exercise. Third, to prevent the secondary causes, and in the last, we have to treat the osteoporosis by the various drugs like bisphosphonate, teriparatide. So, the osteoporosis and vitamin D deficiency is quite prevalent in our society, and it ultimately lead to the pain, increased morbidity, mortality, depression and so many problems in the older population. To prevent it, we have to optimize the bone health, we have to prevent the secondary loss of the bone. For this, we can run small clinics at the CSC or PSC level to monitor the osteoporosis or vitamin D deficiency and to educate at that level to the people regarding this deficiency and to treat this deadly disease. Thank you.